Big mistake. You want to sit down?
Whoa, chill.
Cool. Here we are. This is so weird. This is a weird out-of-body experience. Short video. I don't think so. Okay. Cool. I don't know if they're picking up. I mean, we bring our own. I did. You usually bring yours. Come prepared. Yeah, we're totally good. You're good. It's your first time. Sorry.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me in the back? Thumbs up? Yes, all right, success. Oh, June needs a paper. Okay, welcome everybody to Entrepreneurship Seminar class this week. Who needs a pink slip of paper still? Who did not get a pink slip of paper? This is roll keeping today. We're really high tech. Okay, so write your name and student ID on this pink slip of paper and pass it to the aisle, and I will walk up the aisle and collect those. If you don't do this today, you won't get credit for being here, so make sure you turn it in. Name, student ID, it's got to be legible. Yeah, you need a piece? Thanks, Taimi.
There we go.
Our guest speakers are also our TAs today. Round of applause, yes. Okay, I want to give them as much time as we can, but first, really quick, Dallin has an announcement. Come on up, Dallin. Student Life, ambassadors.
So it's for the business department.
Business department.
Yeah. So part of the business department, tonight we have our business advising night. It's going to be really cool. We have free food, which everyone loves. We also have advisors. We have a USU advisor and a few Snow College advisors there tonight. It's at the business building from 5 to 7:30. You can come and go. It's kind of an open house type deal. You can come see if you're on track. You can learn more about the ASB if you're interested in business at all. Come learn about the business program. It's going to be awesome and get some free food. Hope to see you there.
Okay, great. Thanks, Dallin. Dallin, can you actually help me out and grab the pink pieces of paper? Okay, hand your pink pieces of paper to Dallin. He's my TA for the day. Yes, the guy in the orange shirt. Okay. Real quick, on Canvas, I put up 2 quizzes. One is required, one is a discussion that's optional. So make sure you go onto Canvas and take the quiz from last week. It's going to be open until next Tuesday night because I got it up late. It's very, very difficult. For those of you that haven't taken it, it's 2 questions. About a third of you have already taken it, so thank you. That helps me get to know you a little bit, why you're in the class, a little about you. The other one is an optional discussion board, and that's your opportunity. If you guys care about who comes to speak to us this semester, let me know. We have some openings later on, so this is your chance to let me know who you want to hear from, especially if it's somebody that you've got personal connections with. Maybe your uncle is Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know. If he is, that's really cool. We want to get him to come to our class. So put that in the discussion board. The more likes or responses things have, that's how I'll know that there's more class interest in that particular speaker or topic. Obviously, we're probably not going to get Mark Zuckerberg, but if there's a lot of interest in like tech companies, then that helps me know we can try to get somebody from a local tech company. Okay, any questions on that, on those two things, the quiz or the discussion board and Canvas? No, we're good? Okay. Then, really quick, who wants to earn some money? Who wants to win some money for your idea? Yes, Cesar does. Okay, we got some hands over here. Like 5 people want to earn money. I don't know what's wrong with you. Should be like, every hand is like, I want free money, right? Yeah, okay, he's like, yeah. We're going to do Lean Startup Workshop lunches. And if you don't know what Lean Startup is, that's okay, because our guest speakers today are going to take you through a process demonstrating how this works a little bit. No, it's awesome. I already know. I've seen your slides. So these are going to be Tuesday, September 3. You can see the dates. Twice a month, September. Twice a month, October. Free pizza, super low key. We're going to go over this thing called a lean canvas. You've got to come to one of these lunches in September or October to win some money for your business. We're going to have 2 bootstrap nights, one in September, one in October. So again, the prerequisite is you have to have come to a workshop lunch to work on your canvas. It's pretty simple. It'll take 20 minutes to fill it out, but you will have to do some testing and validation on your own time. You're going to have to submit a simple application. I'll get you more details on that. But then our bootstrap nights are going to be Thursday, September 19th and Thursday, October 24th. They're going to be in the GSC, kind of out in the open. The way this works is anyone who has come to a workshop and wants to pitch that night is eligible to win some money. You're going to get up, you're going to have a couple minutes to talk about your idea, what you've done to test it, how much money you're asking for. We're going to cap it at probably $500 per team per night. Not everybody's going to win money. We'll pick the top 2 or 3. And then everyone who's there that night is going to vote on who they think is the best, who deserves the money that night. So if you come to a workshop, then come to a bootstrap pitch night, you could walk away with $500 that night to go actually start your idea. Maybe you need a landing page up to start getting email addresses, start testing interest. Maybe you need to start working on a prototype product. Great, that's what this is for. And just because you win money in September doesn't mean you can't win money in October. You could come back in October and say, here's what I did, I've tested it, now I'm to this point, and I need $200 more, whatever it is. Okay, so this is really exciting. We're starting this brand new this semester. More details coming, but make sure you get these dates down. The first lunch is next Tuesday. September 3rd is next Tuesday in the GSC. I'll put up the actual location on Canvas and send out an announcement about that. Okay, without further ado, let me get over to your slide. There we go. I am super excited to introduce our guest speakers today, Taimi Kennerley and Abby Warner, all the way from BYU, Provo. They drove down to be here today. We're going to hear from a lot of different entrepreneurs this semester. Some of them are very well established and they've maybe sold like millions of dollars of things. Some of them are a lot like you guys. They're students, and that's exactly Taimi and Abby's situation. They're seniors, right? Both seniors at BYU. They just took first place in the International Business Model Competition this year at BYU and won $40,000 for their business idea, which their business is called The Girls. And you're going to learn all about that. So instead of me telling you, I'm just going to turn it over to them. Round of applause, please, for Taimi and Abby.
Are our mics working? Do we have mics? Are they working? Can you hear us? Maybe?
Can you guys hear them in the back? Can you guys hear them on that side?
I don't hear him. Well, obviously.
So the camera does hear it?
Very quiet.
Cool.
Here, why
And we're
don't...
back. Awesome.
I guess we'll just use the handheld. Is that okay?
That's fine. Do you want the...
Can we get this to work?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Here,
You're
Taimi,
good.
can you hold that?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we should be good on these? For real, for real? You can hear me? That's so weird because I feel like I can't hear me. Okay, cool.
Here's your clicker.
Dope.
If you don't need them,
I don't think we need that.
Great. It's right here.
Shove this in my pocket. Why is the bottom like that? It's gonna ruin the aesthetic. That's disappointing. Oh, there we go. There you go. We'll go back. Do you have the clicker? I'll start. All right, what's up, everybody? You guys look super pumped. We are super surprised to be here. I'm gonna be honest. Russ called us. He saw us at IBMC and he said, "You guys should come." And we're like, "I don't know." And then he convinced us because he's very convincing. We're the Girls Company. We're the company you've probably never heard of. We're in a very startup phase. We make wearable cramp pain alleviation. We're going to talk through that later. I heard someone say yes. Yes. But Russ wanted us to give you an idea of kind of where we started, how we got there, and make it realistic. So this is the Girls Co. Realistic Edition. So we're going to start with Lean Startup. Anyone familiar with Lean Startup? No, literally no one. Great. If this really sucks, then it'll be fine. Basically, Lean Startup is, well, who would like to start a business one day? Have something of your own. Be your own boss, wake up at 10, work till 1 a.m. Yeah? Cool. Cool. Okay. So a lot of businesses don't get started up because they're not solving a real problem, and their solution is not listening to the people who they're solving that problem for. So Lean Startup has you find the problem, ask the people who are having the problem, and test tiny assumptions with almost no money. So it's basically, I summed it up. You don't know, you think you know the problem, don't know, so ask. When you ask, you don't actually hear. You hear what you want to hear, so listen. After you listen, you do small tests to test those things without spending a buttload of cash. And then you want to fail fast and you want to fail cheap. And when the tests don't go as planned, because they'll never go as planned, you do another one. And then you do it again and again and again and again. So we're going to run you through, oh, and then you can start spending that big money because you're testing something that you know is good. When you start spending that big money in the beginning, you're living in your mom's basement still, you've spent 30 grand, your idea sucks. So we started saying, okay, we know that periods have been a problem for women forever, right? But we were shocked because it's 2019 and we have all these things. We have smartphones, we have like amazing cars, all these things, and yet women are still doing the same things that they were doing hundreds of years ago, and periods are still the same experience. They really suck, right? But we didn't know why they sucked. We had our own ideas of what we thought, but we didn't really know why, so we went to our first hypothesis, and we decided, okay, let's test this. So we thought, okay, leaking is probably, also we're going to talk about periods for the whole 30 minutes. So if you're not dope with that, you can walk out, it's fine. This is what we do. So we thought, okay, we experience a lot of problems with leaking, that's probably it. So we tested it, and we went out and we did 20, they're called empathy interviews. And we go to the person and we don't tell them what to tell us. And we have a couple questions. So our questions were like, what was the worst experience you had on your period? And we go through those, and these take hours. We sat for hours and hours and hours, right, Abby? Okay, cool. Abby will come in later. And we took all those interviews, so you can see pieces of them here, and we made sure that we're interviewing different people, right? Not people we know, people who will lie to us. We want people who are going to be honest. And then we took all those interviews and we put them into a word cloud, and we started to see, okay, what themes keep coming up? What are people talking about? What's the worst things for them? And if at any point I'm going a little too fast, just let me know. And so these are the 3 assumptions that we wanted to test next, because we had tested that first one. And so from the interviews, we're like, okay, they've said they hate swimming, leaking, and that women are experiencing a lot of cramp pain. So let's test these again. So to test those ones, we drew these beautiful drawings. And what this is called is a conceptual prototype. So that's when you don't even spend any money. You take a stupid piece of, we've done it on napkins, we've done it on, you just take a piece of paper, you draw it out. and you show the person, you said, would this solve this problem for you? And then they'll say, yes, but it might not solve it here, or it might not solve it here, and then you can just adjust it and see what they want. So we found that, so the first one is their waterproof like underwear to help leaking. The second one is a technological app that would help you track, this is swimming, leaking, and this one was for cramp pain. And what we learned, we took those out to like 15 more people and walked through it with them. And what we learned is that they didn't really care about swimming on their periods. They said, most of them were like, we'll just avoid it, or I'll use a tampon. Okay, that's fine. We thought, well, women for sure hate leaking. But they didn't like the technology aspect of what we were introducing. They'd been managing their own body for years, and they didn't trust the technology to take over that. And we learned that from a drawing. And then we showed them the cramp pain one, and people were excited. One girl said, if you make that one, you can have my money. And that's like the thing you want to hear, because you want money. Let's be real. Well, we love money, so that's why we decided to switch our hypothesis from leaking to cramp pain. So this is what the lean canvas looks like. You just essentially, you fill in each box, and you test your hypothesis in each box. So when it's yellow, sorry, I should have explained it. When it's yellow, it means we're in testing, and then when it goes green, it means we validated it. So we validated our problem. Our customer segment was easy. It's women 15 to 55 who have a period. But what we learned from those tests is that our experience, we have 26 years of combined experience in the period industry, right? But we learned that what we wanted did not equal what the market wants. You're going to find that out a lot. What you think the market wants, even if you're a user, it's not always what the market wants. Also, women did not trust technological solutions to solve their period pains. They'd been managing their own periods for years. They just didn't trust it. I think it's your turn.
Okay. So from there, we wanted to make sure that this was a big enough problem to actually make us money. So we found that there were 51.8 million women in the US alone that experienced moderate to severe cramps while on their period. And one of the women in one of our interviews said, when I'm on my period, I'll just lay around in a fetal position with heating pads on my front and back to help the pain. So this was not only a widespread pain, but it was also a deep pain. And so that means that it was something that women were experiencing and was impacting them heavily. And then beyond that, there's actually 40% of women in the US that have to skip either school or work or whatever their daily activities are because their cramp pain is so severe. And we wanted to put a stop to that. We set out to learn 3 things at this point. Was this a deep pain for women? Were women willing to pay to alleviate this pain? And what are the existing solutions? So from there, we created a survey that would test these 3 questions, and we surveyed 139 women. These are just some of the results that we got. And we found that it was not only a physical pain, but also an emotional pain that women were experiencing. And it was really deep and really painful. We also found that the average willingness to pay from women to alleviate their cramp pain was $59.47. So this validated our assumption that women would pay for it, and they would pay quite a bit. So then from there, we wanted to split it up into 3 different segments of the population that we could target. Those were college-age women, working women, and women with endometriosis, which, if you don't know what that is, it's basically you have a lot more severe cramps, and they can last a lot longer than a typical period. So, sorry. I've never done this picture.
You're good.
So college-age women, they had a willingness to pay of $43.96, and then working women, we assumed that they would have a higher willingness to pay, but it was actually lower. And then women with endometriosis expressed the highest willingness to pay with $108 to alleviate their cramp pain, which is
a lot of money.
So from there, we kind of decided to focus on women with endometriosis, not necessarily have them as our only target, but we knew that if we could push it out to these women, then we would be able to make more money. So something else that we tested in this survey was what women were currently using to alleviate their cramp pain, and we found that 93% of women were using either heat of some sort, whether that was a heated rice pack, a hot water bottle, taking a hot bath, or they were using medications like ibuprofen or Midol. And we were not about to, create
We don't have the money to make a medication.
So we decided to go with heat. These are just pictures of when we were tallying up
From our survey, yeah.
And there's actually quite a few people that use marijuana.
Yeah, yoga.
So at this point, we were testing our customer segments. I don't know what.
Yeah, so basically, because from the past interview, we knew that they were averse to things that were crazy technological. We knew it had to be something they were already using. So that's what the existing alternatives is. And then we decided we'd test, now we're moving on to testing our heat solution. And there's our customer segment.
Okay. So then the next hypothesis we set out to test was that would a heated solution actually be effective in relieving cramp? So then we did a lot of observation, and we.
Well, observing is good because you get to watch, not like creepily, but you get to watch people interact with the options they already have, and sometimes it's things they won't tell you. So if you're watching that, so like, obviously, this is pretty self-explanatory, but yeah.
So then the second hypothesis, or the second part of this hypothesis, was that heat works when you're moving, not just when you're stationary, because we found that most of the women that were using heat, when they were using it, they were lying down. So like if you had a rice pack, you'd be probably lying on your bed or on the couch with it on your stomach. So we wanted to make sure that the heat was actually solving the cramp pain and it wasn't the act of lying down that was contributing. So from there, we created our first prototype.
Yeah.
And we cut off the top of a pair of pants and we sewed some pockets into it and put rice in it. And we gave it to a few women to test. So they put it in the microwave and it heats it up.
I'll model it.
But the heat only lasts about 30 minutes because it's just like a heated rice pack.
Yeah.
And it was kind of bulky. It smelled really weird when we heated it up.
It still smells super weird.
But women still used it and they still kept reheating it because they wanted the heat and they wanted to be able to move around with the heat. The next prototype was...
and this cost us $0, so pretty good.
And then we took Thermacare, which is...
This has this nasty box.
It's just a heated patch that adheres to the inside of underwear. And it lasts about 6 to 8 hours. And people actually really like this solution. Not a lot of people know about it, but the people who use it like it. But they had a few complaints. It felt disposable and cheap, and they wanted heat in the front and the back, and there wasn't that option with Thermacare. So
I have another one. Keep going.
From here, we worked on the canvas. We knew that our solution was going to be heat. And then we also started, you can see our unique value proposition. How are we going to differentiate ourselves from the competition? And we knew that women, something that they had expressed to us time and again was that they wanted heat in the front and the back. So that is something that we were going to target. And we also knew that it had to be portable. They had to be able to go to school, they had to be able to go to work or do whatever else they needed to do throughout the day with our product. And then we also knew it had to be discreet. Women already feel bloated and uncomfortable on their period. So we had to make something that wasn't noticeable and women could go throughout their day feeling confident. And then the last thing was that it had to be long-lasting cramp pain alleviation. It couldn't be something like the rice pack that lasts 30 minutes. It has to last throughout their day so they can get through work. So then we created our third prototype, which was
so ghetto.
the Spanx belt. I had like a
Spanx
tank top, and we literally just cut it off and turned it around, and it had little pockets in it. And my mom had bought me a big Costco box of hand warmers, And so we took the hand warmers and we put them in the pockets. And I was actually the first one to try it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then we started testing it on people, and they loved it. And so we're like, I think we've kind of hit something.
Yeah.
So from there, we kind of refined it. We started using different heat packs. We changed the belt a little bit to add more pockets, and we tested this on, I don't know how many we've tested it on now.
The first one was like 15, 30,
30.
and then we made adjustments based on what they asked for.
We continue to prototype,
so
but 100% of the women that we have tested this product on has said that it helps to relieve their cramping, which is great.
It's a good number to me.
Yeah. So then our fourth prototype, I guess
This is actually the fourth, but I had this one.
that's the fourth prototype.
Well, this is this one.
So from there, we've made more adjustments. We've made the fabric even thinner. We've made the heat pouches.
Super
We
thin.
found thinner heat pouches that have adhesive so they don't curl up. We added a clasp so that it was easier to take on and off.
Not doing very good at this. There you go. This one is
And-
not my size, or else I put it on. Maybe.
Our main goal was to listen to what women were asking for. So they wanted something that was machine washable, so we made sure that they could wash it in the washing machine. They wanted heat in the front and the back, so we made sure there were 3 pockets in the front and 3 in the back.
Y'all can pass it around if you want, but we'll need this back, so it's sticky on one side.
And it's really discreet. You can wear it underneath your clothing, and you won't even notice.
Yeah.
Are you wearing one?
I am. I
You
always
can wear
wear
it.
one. You
So we
can't
can say that.
tell it all. I mean, so yeah, we
This
just
is kind
started.
of what I was talking about. They like the pockets in the front and the back. They like the nylon and spandex blend kind of combines with the heat to create a pressure that's really nice to help alleviate the pain. Like I said, we went to thinner things. We changed the fabric a little for more breathability and made sure it was washing machine safe. So this is just kind of a rendering of what our product looks like.
It's an old one.
Oh.
I think we already covered this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were too early.
And so this whole process took us about 6 weeks and cost us $61. So pretty good.
It's pretty. I'm pretty proud of that.
What's on here?
Yeah. So then we solidified the solution. So now that we have the problem, we have a solution. We have to make sure that people are willing to pay for it at something that covers our costs, because we're in business to do business. Like, that's straight up.
Yeah. So then our third hypothesis, like Taimi said, is that people would purchase our product at a price that would not only cover our costs, but provide a healthy margin. So from here, we took our product and we had 104 face-to-face product interactions where we took it to people and said, here's what it is, here's what it does, would you buy this?
And what would you pay?
And then from there, we also surveyed 135 additional women with the actual product, with a description and photo saying what it did, and asked how much they would pay for it. 95% of the people that we surveyed said they would purchase the product. And we found through a regression calculus model that our profit maximizing price, so this isn't the average, but the price that would make us the most money in the long run would be $51.77 to charge for this product.
That's our
This
math.
is our math. We love Excel sheets.
I love spreadsheets.
So from here, the initial package that a woman would purchase would cost $51.77 or something around that. And they would get that belt and then a package of about 15 warmers. And then they would sign up for a monthly subscription where we would send the warmers to their door each month. And that would range from $5 to $10. So from
You gotta
here,
click
we
it.
validated early adopters.
Just click it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dope. Cool. So then we had to figure out how we were going to sell it, and then we wanted to test if we could sell. So we talked to 3 manufacturing mentors who we got through our school. It's fairly easy to find a mentor. Talk to Russ. He'll help you out. Sorry, I just threw you out there. But and we spent hours researching Factory pricing, because we wanted to know what our costs were going to be and if 5177 would cover them. So our estimations, and now I'll finish with these. Our estimations, the belt will cost about $1.98. Each heat pouch costs about 8 cents. The packaging will be around 94 cents. So we were looking at a COGS, cost of goods sold, of $4.84. When you're charging $51.77, that seems pretty good. We've been learning that after spending our summer arguing with the factory, we're off, but not too much. You'll always be off. But so we learned that our price plus the subscription revenue model would cover our COGS. Of course, we're not paying ourselves at the beginning, so this is very simple, but we thought, okay, should we sell at big box stores? Should we sell online? We started thinking, oh, we're going to sell at Target. We love Target. So that was our assumption. We'll sell big box retail. We talked to more of the manufacturing mentors. They said, no, this is an e-commerce product. This is an online product. Then we decided, okay, what channels will get people to the sale? From our previous interviews, which is important that you keep all your interviews, we knew that women felt really alone on their periods. They wanted to find a community where they felt safe. So we want them to enter here and then push them into our community, then to a sale, and then have them become the influencer to get the next girl in the community. We're very proud of this chart that we made up. So then that kind of solidified our channels. That's our lean canvas right now. Our key metrics, our cost for getting a customer based on keywords will probably be about $5.40. Their expected 1-year value was $128.77, and then we'll keep getting that subscription for a couple years until they stop having their periods. So all in all, this is just a summary. We've done 35 interviews, 274 survey responses, 56 distinct women tested product through their 4 to 6 day cycle. We have 1,680 hours of testing. We've done 104 face-to-face product interactions. We're active members of 5 online period support groups, and they get stressful, let me tell you. We've done 50 plus hours of observation. We have 26 years combined period industry experience. And all this, plus Zoya. There's one more girl, she's in Texas. All this took us 4 months and cost us $61.21. So y'all can do it. See, that was easy, right? No, it wasn't. We've cried a lot. Right now we have 115 women on our email list.
This is outdated.
This is outdated, but there's more. People approach us every single day. Literally, people approach us all the time asking to purchase. These are some of the comments of people who have tested. They're very excited. I don't know what else to say. I think the most rewarding part is that they can go to work, they can go to school, they can do the stuff they need to do with our product, and that really touches us personally. We're the girls. We believe that your life shouldn't stop when your period starts, but we also are we're real. Do you want to do questions now, or do you want me to show? I'll show this one. This is after we won the $40,000. Is the volume on? Ah, no. That's us with our big, that's me, actually.
Hey, Taimi, we're multi-millionaires!
What?
Just happened.
So there's me, it's like 10 at night, I'm holding this big check while we walk home. But like, this is us when we didn't make one of the big competitions. You can see Abby's like super big. But like, and we're at school all day, like we're there till midnight till we get kicked out. There till 10. You can do this one unless you want me to. This is us again at 11. You can see the whiteboard's filled with lots of stuff that we probably threw out. But I think what Russ wanted us to tell you is like, we're college students. Last year, we didn't even know each other.
We didn't even know each other.
Yeah.
This all started as a class project,
Yeah.
actually, and we randomly got put in a group together. It was a class of like 50 people, and there were only 6 girls in the class, and each group had 4 people, and the 3 of us were all put in a group together, and
like we did it.
that's where
and
it all
like,
started.
Yeah.
And like we don't know what we're doing. We're just like we're learning along the way, and it's been great.
Yeah. Like it's been really hard, for real. We've all worked part-time, at least part-time or full-time during the whole thing. We've all been in school. We're now the presidents of the EA club.
Kind of happened fast.
We had hard moments. We had to hire someone and then fire them. Firing someone is the worst. We did stuff that weren't important, but we're really proud of what we've done. We're proud of the girls. And that's it. That's all we have to say. You guys can ask us questions now if you'd like. It's not a great way to end. Oh, and you can contact us. You can contact us if you have any questions or anything about entrepreneurship. We're so happy to help.
What questions do you have? Yeah.
Hi, I liked your idea, by the way. I like to ask how many hours you put on the project per week or per month, so we can have a common ground on how many should we spend on an idea.
So I would say that it varies depending on the week. Sometimes
Just have to get something done.
something needs to be done and we're just constantly working on it, and then sometimes there will kind of be a lull where we're really busy with other things and we only spend like maybe 5 or 10 hours a week. But
I'm always new.
I mean,
That's my fault.
I would say the great thing about being an entrepreneur is like it's up to you. You can choose how fast you want to run, right? And so it's really, you get to determine how you spend your time. That's my advice.
They say that the best thing about being an entrepreneur is you get to choose which 80 hours you work a week. And I think that's kind of it's not a,
All right.
I get to talk on that. Okay, cool. Is it only online?
we're only selling online.
Are you gonna look to like open up somewhere else?
I can't really hear you say it.
Are you gonna look to open up somewhere else?
Oh, are we gonna go into retail?
Yeah, so at least initially we're going to start with just e-commerce, but we are open down the line to selling to retail stores, say like Target, Walmart, that kind of thing.
I saw some other hands. Who else had a question? Who's that? Oh, okay. We're getting high tech with
Oh,
microphones.
yeah. She could just yell at us.
Yeah,
It's not the first time.
just yell it out, and they'll repeat your question for the camera. Just do that. Sorry, I'm dragging papers around.
Any other products like your guys' when you started this? And if so, was that a concern for you guys?
Okay. I mean, competitors.
Can you repeat what she asked?
Oh, she asked if we have any competitors and how that affects the market. I think that competition is always something you should be looking for. In our market specifically, there aren't a lot of options. There's Livia, which is a TENS unit. And there's like a couple other warming options.
So yeah, I mean, there's a TENS unit which basically like sends vibrations, and you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It like sends vibrations to your abdomen to help alleviate the pain. They're really expensive. And then, like we talked about, there is the thermal.
Yeah, there's this stuff.
That not a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
But honestly, like if you do a Google search for cramp pain alleviation, there's like maybe 3 things that come up, and then it's just home remedies.
Yeah.
So we didn't find a lot of solutions that similar to ours, and I think that was something really encouraging.
But the key, if you do have a lot of, because what we did is we went through all the reviews of existing products and found holes. Okay, what don't they like about that? What don't they like about that? What don't they? So if you're doing a product that does have a lot of competition, which is like honestly not always the best idea, but find the holes, right? Like what's not working for people.
I just had a question about, did you guys consider like reusable heating
pads versus the disposable?
Yeah.
And so why did you make the choice that you did?
Yeah, we definitely considered that, but the reusable ones are really thick. So they added a lot of bulk, and we couldn't make it discreet with the reusable ones. So that's why we decided to go with the disposable version. I mean, down the line, maybe we can develop something that's a little more, environmentally friendly. But yeah, that was the reason we made that decision.
And you have a product out now, or is it still in testing or in production?
Still
Do you want to be
exact-
honest? Yeah. Our site is up. We're still working with working with factories is a lot harder than we thought it was going to be. It's been a ride. But
Do you have an estimated time when your product will come out?
likely,
Before the end.
yeah. But you can sign up for the wait list if you want. I got you, boy. We actually have a couple men who use the product for back pain. They love it.
Because my wife.
Oh, yes, I feel for her.
When you showed that, I thought that would be a
Yeah.
great idea. So
Get her on the wait list. Yeah, but lots of people use it for back pain because you can't tell it's under your clothes. Athletes, we've had dancers use it. It's pretty fun. Oh, I'll grab that from you.
Any other questions?
So you just mentioned that you've learned that there's other people using your product, like dancers and athletes. How has that changed who you think are your early adopters or your target market? Or have you just kept it focused on women with endometriosis?
To be honest, we're not really focusing on women with endometriosis specifically. I mean, we definitely want to help those women, but we're really just targeting women that experience cramp pain, because we found through our testing that it's not just those women that want this product; it's all women that are
All women
suffering.
product.
Okay. I think I saw some other hands. Who else had a question?
Nothing about business. They're like, no.
In the back. Here, let me bring you the mic.
How did all three of you girls get on the same page? Because I know everybody has their own thoughts and what they think the way they should go. Would you say that was the hardest part, to all get on the same page, to have all the same goal, or what? How did that work?
I got it. Okay. First of all, business partners are hard, right? I was always told sometimes we have really good ideas, and then we'll go home to our 3 rando college roommates, and we'll be like, yo, let's build this. And then you have 3 randos trying to build a company with you just because they're close to you. So let's not do that, because it will always end in heartbreak, 100%. 90. It worked for you though, didn't it? Was he your roommate?
Until it ended in heartbreak.
It worked for him until it ended.
And the bigger the company gets,
the more
and the more money is involved,
right.
the sadder the heartbreak.
Yeah. So just be careful. Be careful in your documents. Our legal document says that to make a decision, unanimous decisions are junk. To make a decision, we need 2 out of 3 of us to agree. We had over a site the other day. We had a very different opinion than our other partner on the design of the site. 2 of us agreed, and we moved on. Sometimes, do we fight that often? No, we're good.
We're really lucky. We get along really well.
Yeah, and we have different skills.
I mean, down the road.
Hope not. But just prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and choose your people very carefully. Did that answer it? Maybe not? We haven't had a lot of disagreements yet, so please get it done.
So one of the things we talked a little bit about, Taimi and Abby, is that you can't be good at everything, and so you need a team. You got to build relationships. So how do you split up everything that needs to be done? Who does what in your company?
We kind of joke about this a lot because we don't feel like most teams, and this is the smart thing to do, is to get people with each person has a different skill set, right? And we didn't really do that.
We kind of do.
I mean,
I do
everyone
design.
has different talents, so it's kind of just split itself up naturally. But yeah, I mean,
Zoya's Abby's really organizational, so we'll have her schedule all our stuff. I do a lot of the design stuff. We just divide it up to what needs to get done and what we enjoy to do. And then we'll just point out people and do it. But we'll just do everything right now. We're not the
model.
Yeah, don't follow us when it comes to that. It's not a good answer.
That's great. Any questions from the other side of the room?
There's a question from this side.
You guys have a patent working on or?
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
We're patent pending, so it's a provisional patent which lasts for a year, and then once that year is up, you have to have your official patent filed.
Patents are interesting. If
Yeah,
we've done a lot about patents. If you have a patent question, come to us later. We're good?
So when you started this process, did you guys know anything about a lean canvas or a lean startup?
I read Nail It, Then Scale It.
Well, okay, you'd read Nail It, Then Scale It.
Great book.
Yeah.
Only book you need.
Has anyone read that book, Nail It and Scale It?
No. It's like this
Note
thing-
to self, that's a good book.
Yeah. If you want to buy it.
It's the other Bible. Okay, so how did learning this process, this lean canvas, and this whole methodology, how did this change what you feel like you otherwise would have done if you were just starting a business because you had an idea?
I think it really helped us to focus on the people that we were trying to solve the problem for and really the pain that they were experiencing. I think otherwise we would have just gone into it with our own knowledge and said, well, we're women, like, you know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then we would have gone in the completely wrong direction. So I think this process that emphasizes listening to your customer or the person whose pain you're trying to solve has been really beneficial.
I agree.
Awesome. Any last minute questions from the audience? Okay, well, Taimi and Abby, I'm sure will stick around for a little bit. Is it? The girls will be here if you want to come up and talk to them. I'll get the quiz up by tonight for this class. It'll be up till next Tuesday, so make sure you go in and take it before Tuesday. And let's have one more round of applause for the girls. Yeah. Oh, and they want to get a selfie before you guys leave. Let's do a selfie.
Wait, I'm already facing the wrong way. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. That was really awful. Oh, wait, we should make it a video. Wait, so you guys can see.